City News, the next steps in Ontario's enhanced vaccine passport system began today with a rollout of your very own QR code along with the Verify Ontario app that will be used by bars, restaurants, movie theaters, arenas, and other settings that require proof of vaccination. Tonight, we have everything you need to know. Now, this was also the Premier's first big public appearance in the last few weeks, and he was grilled on several issues, including the lifting of capacity limits on the big venues, but not the smaller businesses.
They mean we have the best chance to avoid being forced back into lockdowns that nobody wants.
The QR codes will be made available over a 3-day rollout. Starting today, people born between January and April can download their codes. Birth month cohorts will continue over the weekend, and then by Monday, everyone will have access. And right now, all businesses can download the Verify Ontario app, which will be used to scan and confirm your vaccination status.
A green check mark if you meet the eligibility requirements, a yellow warning if the QR code is not valid, and a red X if the individual does not meet the vaccination criteria.
But what the QR codes can't do at the moment is verify someone's medical vaccine exemption.
Well, the issue really is that we can only put information into the QR code that's already in the COVAX system, and the medical exemptions aren't in the COVAX system yet.
According to the health minister, medical exemptions will have to be approved by public health units before being added to the system, and at this point it's unclear when that process will begin, so for now businesses will have to accept a doctor's note. As for privacy concerns, the government says the QR codes only reveal vaccination status, name, and birth date, and that the Verify Ontario app does not store any data. Now, we haven't seen much of the Premier since September, and today he was grilled on his decision to lift capacity limits on the bigger sports and entertainment venues while leaving restrictions on smaller businesses like gyms and restaurants.
First of all, my heart breaks for the small businesses. I'm a business owner myself. I fully understand.
And City News was the first to report that the government partnered with Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment to develop the Verify Ontario app, something Queen's Park reporter Richard Southern asked the Premier about.
Sir, did MLSE get any preferential treatment here?
I'll tell you right now, absolutely not. That's a 100%. We had the consensus with the Chief Medical Officer of Health. The protocols are second to none within MLSE, and they're doing an incredible job. But we have a plan, a very strong plan, by the way, moving forward, a cautious plan that we're going to support the restaurants. We will get the restaurants open.
And we should be learning more details about that plan to fully reopen all businesses sometime next week. As for the QR code, you can either store it on your phone, print it out, or even ask for it to be mailed to you. And it's actually not mandatory. The province says that the current vaccine receipt being used right now will still be accepted.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Asherallah. Peace and salutations to the Bayath Dawadah, the house of David of elect. And you see what I played in the introduction, this video of the vaccine certificate. And Lowell in this video doesn't get flagged, but we know where all these things are leading to. All right, that this temptation that's upon the whole world, all right, is going to lead to the ultimate temptation. All right, which is going to be that charagma. All right, this is Revelation 3:10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." This isn't the words of Yahweh Shai. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." And that's what the Lord's doing so far, all right? And that when that ultimate temptation comes, we know that the Lord's going to be with us. It says, "Which shall come upon all the world," and we see this whole thing, this whole situation that we're in has come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. And what is that talking about? This truth, that no man may take that man may take that crown. Take that crown, Slakia. All right, and that's what's happening, man. All right, The Lord has given us a warning about what they're doing, and we know that they're getting ready to implement this. This is not gonna be a long video. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, and that he is talking about Esau, Edom, the elites of them, the bankers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all right, the Bilderbergs. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a G5480 in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the G5480, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 603.6. And that's what you see them promoting right in that video. All right? Everything has to have the UPC code. Now what they call that is a QR code, but everything is in a system. And ultimately, as you see in the video, there were certain things that QR code couldn't do or didn't have, which is the medical information. But in the new UPC code, which is going to be in the way of a Charagma, which is going to be that chip. All right, they're gonna have everything in that chip. Okay, and that's gonna be. Listen, this is what they're trying to do. This is exactly what they're trying to do. But we also have to warn you about the consequences of taking this Charagma. This is Revelation 14:9 that says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, all right, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And that indignation is talking about righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, and that's via the way of intercontinental ballistic missiles. 200,000 of them, which equals up to what, 200 million warheads that will be hitting America, which is Babylon, and other places, because it's going to be a world war. It says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, Salakia. And whosoever receiveth the G5480 of his name, it says, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of the Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And we believe through the Spirit that when this goes down, simultaneously that's going to be Jacob's trouble. This is Jeremiah 30:7. And it reads, it says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the only ones that's going to be saved out of it is the elect, because the Lord is going to put his spirit upon the elect in that hour of temptation, in that great day. You see, this is let me get it. Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra 16. Start with 67. No, 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you. This is the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because please believe, in the time of Jacob's trouble, when they put these people in concentration camps or quarantine camps, you know who it is that don't want to be part of the system, they're gonna give you an ultimatum, man. All right, and that ultimatum is gonna be, get with us and take that thing. All right, and we could put you back in society to be a good serf, a good slave, or you can go get your head cut off. And that's going to be the option. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you. What are they going to feed you with? G5480, man. Being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection. You see? It says a great insurrection. Not just a regular insurrection. It's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And that's, as you see, that's the build up as we see what's going on right now. That's the major build up. Okay? It says they should be like madmen sparing none. I wonder why. Okay, there's certain things I don't want to bring up, but there's a lot of things in that thing. All right? They got that black goo, okay, which is very conductive. All right. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. See? Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand. And that's talking about ultimately Jacob's trouble. You see, when they start making these things mandatory to the point where they want to start coming into your house, all right, and putting certain people in certain places for not being part of the system, we know you ain't gonna have to ask the apostles or the elders or the Achians, all right, are we in Jacob's trouble? You're gonna know we in Jacob's trouble, man. Because these devils ain't gonna ease off to these mandates and to what they want to do. Because ultimately, like I said before, everything is gonna be on that chip. The money, okay. We know the currency right now is nothing. They get ready to pull the rug on that. All right. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." See the same thing. I talked about Jeremiah 30:7. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts. Save the Lord power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let your iniquities lift up themselves. Because in that time, man, we're gonna have to strictly rely on our faith. Let me show you. This is Isaiah 33. I'm not gonna make this long at all. Yeah, it's the last one. Isaiah 33. Yep. And 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge, and that's gonna be that secret place. And you go to Psalms 91. The secret place of the Most High is this truth. Okay? Understand the truth. Knowing what's going on. So Isaiah 33:6 says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is his treasure. And that's what we're going to rely on to, man. But the Lord only revealed that unto his elect. All right? Those are going to be the times that's going to keep us stable, because we're going to have to be as pilgrims, like it says in the second Ezra 16, we're going to have to be as pilgrims upon the earth. Real quick, let me get that Salakia. Real quick. Let me just get that on real quick, and that's it. This is second Ezra 16. I think it's 16 or 40. Salakia. I just got to get that real quick. Yep, this is second Ezra 16:40. Oh my people, hear my word. Make ye ready for the battle. Make you ready to thy battle. That's talking about Jacob's trouble. That's what we warn you people. They get ready to come down us with great wrath. Revelation 12:12. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Meaning, why? Because we just read 2 16 chapter. They're gonna be like madmen sparing none, trying to kicking us out of spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And they should cast them out of their houses. So we're gonna have to be as pilgrims. We're gonna have to make that move. All right. This is just another warning. All right, just so you know that the end all be all, man. They about to implement that G5480. This is what they're implying to. This is what they're getting people warmed up to. Think about the frog in the warm water that's eventually start turning up every hour they're turning up the heat on that frog. Okay? Eventually the frog gonna realize that it's boiling and it dies. So that I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Yasharallah. Peace and salutations to the Bayaf Dawadah, the house of David of Select. So till next time, Shalom.